Welcome to the Thrifty Kips podcast.
Glad to be here.
Today we're going off-grid.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, exploring how the Amish power their homes without relying on the conventional power grid.
It's a fascinating topic. It's really a blend of tradition and innovation.
Right.
A lot of people, when they think about the Amish, they think
What?
that they reject all modern conveniences,
Yeah,
but it's much more nuanced than that.
absolutely. And that's what we're going to dive into today.
Yeah.
We've got a whole stack of articles and research here.
Okay.
And I was so surprised when I was reading through this at the ingenuity
Yeah.
and resourcefulness
Yeah.
that they demonstrate.
It's quite remarkable, and they've been quietly demonstrating this for generations, and there's a lot we can learn
Absolutely.
from their approach.
Okay, so let's start with solar power.
Okay.
We see solar panels popping up everywhere these days, but the Amish have been harnessing the sun's energy for quite some time.
Indeed, and their use of solar is very specific. It's not about, powering every appliance in the house. It's about focusing on the essentials, lights, fans, even those incredible sewing machines that they use for their quilting.
Right. So it's like they found that sweet spot of using technology to support their lifestyle
Exactly.
without becoming overly reliant or wasteful.
Precisely. And if you look at their homes, you'll notice the solar panels are very strategically placed
Okay.
on rooftops and barns to maximize that sunlight exposure.
Interesting.
And it really speaks to their understanding of those natural rhythms
Right.
and their commitment to efficiency.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
Oh.
They often share excess solar power within the community.
That's a key aspect of their approach. It's
Right.
not just about individual self-sufficiency.
Right.
It's about supporting that collective well-being of the community.
Right.
And this fosters a strong sense of interdependence.
And resilience. It's a powerful reminder that energy independence doesn't have to mean going it alone.
Absolutely.
Collaboration and resource sharing can play a vital role.
It really challenges us to think beyond our individual needs
Right.
and consider that broader impact on our communities.
And speaking of community impact, if you're finding this deep dive into sustainable living as inspiring as we are, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more explorations of clever solutions.
Please do.
All right, let's shift our focus to another renewable energy source,
Okay.
wind power.
The Amish approach to wind power is a great example of practicality meeting sustainability.
Okay.
You won't find massive wind farms
Right.
in Amish communities.
Yeah.
Instead, they utilize smaller scale wind turbines
Okay.
that are strategically placed
Interesting.
in areas with those steady breezes.
So it's a stark contrast to the large-scale wind farms we often see,
Yes.
but it's incredibly effective for their needs.
Yes, it is.
What are they using these turbines for?
Well, they power a variety of things. Okay.
Water pumps for livestock,
Uh-huh.
batteries for essential appliances,
Okay.
and even lighting for social gatherings,
Oh, wow.
like barn dances.
I love that.
Yeah.
So they've really integrated this technology into their lives seamlessly.
Yes,
It's not a novelty. It's a reliable part of their energy solution.
exactly. And it's worth noting that the Amish were ahead of the curve
Right.
on this one.
They were harnessing wind power long before it became a mainstream energy source.
Way before.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of being ahead of the curve, let's talk about their use of water power.
Okay.
They've even figured out a way to make those flowing streams work for them.
Absolutely. When a stream runs through an Amish community, they see it as a very valuable resource.
Interesting.
And they've developed these small-scale hydropower systems that work in harmony with the natural ecosystem.
So no massive dams or disruptions to the environment.
No.
How do these systems actually work?
It's based on a very simple but ingenious principle.
Okay.
A water wheel.
Strategically placed in the stream captures the energy of that flowing water and converts it into usable power.
So simple yet effective.
It is.
What are the advantages of hydropower
Okay.
compared to other renewable sources?
Well, unlike solar, which depends on sunlight,
Right.
or wind, which relies on breezes,
Right.
streams flow consistently, rain or shine.
Right.
So this makes hydropower a remarkably reliable energy source,
Wow.
providing that steady flow of power regardless of the weather.
It's like they've tapped into nature's own rhythm,
Exactly.
drawing energy from a constant, predictable source.
And this aligns perfectly with their broader philosophy of working with nature,
Right.
taking only what they need,
Ah.
and ensuring that their practices are sustainable for the long run.
If you're enjoying this deep dive into off-grid living and want to explore more innovative solutions, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.
Yes, please do.
Now let's move on to something a bit more unconventional.
Okay.
Biogas. This is where their resourcefulness really shines.
Their approach to fuel is something we can all learn from.
Okay.
They've mastered the art of turning what many consider waste into a valuable energy source.
Wait, are we talking about turning manure and food scraps into energy?
We are.
How is that even possible?
It's a fascinating process.
Okay.
They capture methane gas,
Okay.
which is produced when organic matter decomposes.
Right.
Instead of releasing this potent greenhouse gas into the atmosphere, they harness it for energy.
So they're addressing two problems at once, waste management and energy production.
Exactly. It's a brilliant example of their circular thinking. Nothing goes to waste.
Wow.
Every element of their lifestyle is interconnected,
Right.
supporting their needs while minimizing their environmental impact.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's a triple win.
It is.
Reduced waste,
Mhm.
lower energy costs, and a positive impact on the environment.
It really challenges us to rethink our relationship with waste.
Right.
Could we be doing more to transform what we discard into valuable resources?
It's definitely food for thought. The Amish demonstrate that sustainable living isn't just about adopting new technologies, it's about changing our mindset
Absolutely.
and finding those creative solutions to everyday challenges.
That's it. And that innovative mindset extends to their approach to building and design.
Okay.
They've developed these techniques that seamlessly integrate their homes with the environment,
Interesting.
create this sense of harmony and efficiency.
I'm intrigued. What kind of techniques are we talking about?
Well, one key concept is called thermal mass.
Thermal mass.
Yeah, they use materials like stone, brick, concrete,
Okay.
which absorb and release heat slowly.
So it's like having a built-in temperature regulator?
Exactly. Think about those south-facing windows
Yeah.
you see in a lot of Amish homes.
Right.
During the day, the sunlight streams in. It warms up those thermal mass materials.
Okay.
And then as the temperature drops at night, that stored heat is gradually released, keeping the house warm.
So it's like a natural heating system.
Yeah.
Powered by the sun.
It is.
Brilliant.
And you know, it's not just an ancient technique.
Right.
A lot of modern energy-efficient homes are incorporating these thermal mass principles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a testament to the timeless wisdom of the Amish approach.
It really makes you wonder why we ever strayed so far from these simple yet effective solutions.
Right.
Speaking of working with nature, let's talk about passive solar heating.
Okay.
How do they utilize that technique?
It's all about designing homes to maximize sunlight exposure,
Okay.
especially during those winter months.
Right.
So those large south-facing windows that we talked about play a crucial role,
Okay.
allowing sunlight to kind of flood the interior and
Right.
passively heat the home.
And I imagine those thick walls or the thermal mass materials help trap that heat.
Exactly. The heat is absorbed during the day and then slowly released at night,
Okay.
creating a very comfortable and consistent temperature.
It's fascinating how they've harnessed the power of the sun to create such an effective heating system.
And it's not just about practicality. It also creates a very warm and inviting atmosphere.
Sure.
Picture waking up in a home bathed in that soft sunlight.
It sounds incredibly peaceful and cozy. I'm starting to get some serious house envy.
I know, it's beautiful.
It challenges us to rethink how we design our own spaces.
It does.
Could we be doing more to harness natural light and warmth in our homes?
It's a great question to ponder.
The Amish approach is a powerful reminder that sustainable living doesn't have to mean sacrificing comfort or aesthetics.
Absolutely.
In fact, it can enhance both by working with nature. We can create spaces that are not only efficient, but also deeply connected to the environment.
I agree.
If you're finding these insights into sustainable living as inspiring as we are, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into fascinating topics.
Please do.
Now let's explore another clever way the Amish use greenhouses. And it's not just for growing plants.
This one might surprise you. They figured out how to use greenhouses as a supplemental heat source for their homes.
Okay, now that's interesting. How does that work?
Well, greenhouses are designed to trap sunlight,
Okay.
so they create this warmer microclimate inside. And the Amish have cleverly connected these greenhouses to their homes, allowing that trapped heat to flow inside.
So it's like having a natural heating boost.
Yeah.
Especially during those sunny days.
Exactly. And it's particularly beneficial during those transitional seasons,
Okay.
like spring and fall,
Right.
when you might not need, full-on heating.
Right.
But you could use a little extra warmth.
Sure.
Plus, they get to enjoy year-round gardening,
Yeah.
fresh vegetables, even in the winter months. That's a major plus.
It is.
It's a fantastic example of their multi-purpose approach.
Right.
They've found a way to get double duty out of a single structure,
Right.
maximizing both efficiency and sustainability.
Working smarter, not harder.
There you go.
And speaking of simple yet effective solutions, let's talk about their use of straw bales in construction.
Okay.
Straw bale construction is a great example of their ingenuity.
It is. They've taken a material often considered waste,
Right.
leftover straw from farming,
Okay.
and transformed it into this sustainable building material.
I've heard of straw bale houses, but I've always been curious how they actually work. How does straw function as insulation?
Well, it's all about those air pockets that are trapped within the straw.
Okay.
They act as natural insulators, helping to regulate that temperature inside the home.
So in the winter, those thick straw bale walls help keep the heat in.
Yes.
And in the summer, they keep things cool.
Exactly.
Wow.
It's a natural and effective way to create a comfortable living environment without relying on all those energy-intensive systems.
It's like building a house out of cozy, breathable blankets.
Right.
And it aligns perfectly with their values.
It does.
Sustainable, utilizing readily available materials, and it promotes self-sufficiency. It's truly remarkable how they manage to achieve so much with such simple yet effective solutions. And they do it all while minimizing their environmental impact.
It's amazing.
Sometimes the most effective approaches are right in front of us.
Yeah.
Inspired by nature and fueled by ingenuity.
Absolutely.
As we've explored all these different facets of Amish off-grid living, it's striking how interconnected everything is. It's not just about individual technologies. It's about like this holistic approach to life.
I completely agree. Their choices reflect a deep understanding of natural systems and that commitment to living in harmony with their surroundings.
And it's not just about the practicality. There's a strong sense of community woven into their practices, from sharing solar power to, barn raising.
Yeah.
Their interdependence is truly inspiring.
Their community-centric approach even extends to knowledge sharing.
Oh, interesting.
Skills are passed down through generations, ensuring these practices continue. It's really a living testament to the power of tradition.
Wow.
And shared wisdom.
It makes you wonder what we've lost in our modern pursuit of individualism and technological advancement. Maybe there's a balance to be struck.
There probably is. The Amish remind us that progress doesn't always have to mean embracing the newest, shiniest technology.
Right.
Sometimes it's about rediscovering the value of those time-tested solutions that have really stood the test of time.
And those time-tested solutions often have the added benefit of being incredibly resourceful.
Yes.
The way they transform what we consider waste into valuable assets is a prime example.
Their ingenuity in that area is remarkable. From biogas production to using those straw bales for insulation, they demonstrate that sustainability is often about finding creative ways to utilize what's already available.
It's a powerful reminder that we often have more resources at our disposal than we realize. It's about shifting our perspective and looking at things with a fresh eye.
Absolutely. Embracing those principles of reduce, use, recycle, not just as slogans, but as guiding principles for how we live our lives.
If you're feeling inspired to rethink your own approach to sustainability and learn more about innovative solutions, don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to our channel. We love sharing these deep dives with you.
We do.
And remember, you don't have to live off-grid to adopt some of these principles.
Yep.
Even small changes in our daily lives can make a difference.
Absolutely.
Whether it's being more mindful of our energy consumption, exploring community-based initiatives, or simply appreciating the ingenuity of those simpler solutions, there's always something we can learn from the Amish approach to off-grid living.
It's about reconnecting with that wisdom of nature, fostering that sense of community, and rediscovering the power of resourcefulness.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the fascinating world of the Amish and their remarkable approach to sustainable living. We hope you leave feeling inspired and empowered to make positive changes in your own life.
It's been a pleasure.
And remember, the journey towards a more sustainable future is one we take together. Let's keep learning, innovating, and supporting each other along the way.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep into the world around you.
See you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Thrifty Tips podcast. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of the Amish and how they live off-grid, be sure to like this episode and subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss out on future episodes where we uncover more thrifty tips and tricks. See you next time.